And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Egyptians get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They start the drive with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Cook now off the read option. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To the sideline and incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take. Over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And out of bounds right around the 20. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Six 0 our score after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd and 10. The option left is Fields. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side.
They go play action with Richardson. This one swung out here to Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they'll send Watson in motion right. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Richardson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Jaden Reed, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Egyptians' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play.
And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Onto the field now come the Bears. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields throw taken in by Chark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This is intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown! Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Egyptians will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback. And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little. Bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play. Carlson on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Down the left sideline, and he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. That'll be complete to Cook. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mooney, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point cut. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be a Chicago first down. Here's Fields. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good. Fields now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fields trying to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game...
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And what a big-time play there. 58 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. An inside give to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones will take it in. Touchdown. Offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. They're going to look to throw. Locates Mooney on the out route. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
lead is down to a field goal now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Flushed out right. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the 50, here's Fields. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way.
Solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
3rd and 2, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Cook. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Fields going to hold on to it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Patterson's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Richardson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Khalid here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. He's got Mooney. And he's got some space here. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. All eyes on Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he shifts past him, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here's a second. His way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He'll look to throw. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Memphis, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.